Hey Beauty Babes, welcome to my channel. I am Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm back with a new gimmick or great product review. This is a hair item and I did purchase this myself. This is the professional rotating iron, and it's basically like this curler and straightening iron and straightening brush all in one. I saw this on Facebook in a video. I'm gonna show it here. It super intrigued me. I am all about let me rephrase this. I'm not big on hair. Like, a lot of times you see my hair, like it's not brushed. Like, my hair's kind of wavy, curly-ish. I brush my hair usually just once, and that's when I get out of the shower. I usually put it in a bun and let it air dry, then take the bun out, let the curls, the part that was in the bun, air dry out, and then let my, my natural waves kind of show through. That's the most that I control my hair and do my hair. And then alternatively, if I really want to like do something with my hair, I straighten it, and I usually use my straightening brush. It's a lot quicker and easier. I don't deal with like curling my hair with curling wands or straightening with straightening irons. It just takes too much time. I'm just not into it. If anything, I'm gonna put my hair up in a ponytail or a messy bun. But still, like products for hair that make it seem like it's gonna be easier, quicker, or to be able to get nice, pretty hair the easier, they intrigue me. So this one kind of caught my attention. I'm like, ooh, this sounds fun. It's kind of expensive. It's like a $50 tool. And I'm just going to show you really quick the video I watched that kind of sucked me in. I just have it on my phone, so I'm going to kind of show it to you this way. Real dramatic right there. The idea of like the spinning, rotating barrel with the brush to kind of really get a good brush through, it just intrigued me. Now, I do love my straightening brush, and I always find that to be super quick and easy, and I have those, so I didn't need this. I just really wanted to try it. I was very intrigued to try and see, does this work better than my straightening brush? Would this be a good tool because you could use it to curl and straighten? Like, I was just really intrigued by it. So I will have a demo of it, and then I'll also have my like final thoughts and review and let you know if I think this is gimmick or great. I'm not going to let you guys know right now. You're going to have to watch the end to find that out. But let me just tell you a little bit about my experience with at least purchasing this. I got this from a website called Hey Weekends. I believe it's just heyweekends.com. I will link it. And this pops up usually, so it's like if you go on there, it'll be like, try your luck at a discount, and you could get like 20% off, 10% off, free shipping, or whatever. You put your email in. And I did that, and I did get a coupon, so I don't remember what the discount was, but it went from $49.96 to $45.57. So you guys can do the math if you want. And it took a month to deliver to me, so it took a long time to get to me, so I was really anxious about this. Okay, this is how it came to me. It comes with two booklets. This is the user manual, and then it comes with this is like your quick start guide that has little information and stuff about it. It also comes with this comb and like hair separator. I didn't use that in this demo, but I'll probably use that in the future. And then it does come with a little bag, although it's not a heat-proof bag. A lot of like straighteners, in my experience, that I've purchased in the past have come with a like heat-proof bag. This is not a heat-proof bag, which I should have known better, but just out of habit, kind of like I'd set this down on here for just a second, and it's not here anymore. It kind of wiped off, but a little bit of it imprinted, like melted onto here, onto the barrel while it was hot. So not heat proof. A decently long cord, and it's a spiral cord. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the demo. Alright, so before I get started, I am going to go ahead and brush through my hair. It is freshly washed. Well, I washed it last night, let it dry through the night, so this is what it looks like dried naturally. So I'm going to brush through it first before getting started. I do believe I read that it recommends that, and I would do that anyways. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray my hair with this Joico Ironclad Thermal Protectant Spray. And then we shall get started. Yay. Alright, and this is one where you have to kind of do it in sections just like you would kind of a normal straightening brush. So just right off the bat with that in mind, I already feel like I probably won't like it as much as my straightening brush, because with that you literally just brush through your hair and it straightens it. So just to show you guys, I'm going to start in the front. I feel like I should start in the back because I feel like that's when I have the most trouble, but I'm going to be able to show you guys first. So what you're going to do, like when you close this, it starts rotating, as you can see. But to straighten, it says have the barrel towards your scalp, so that'll be towards me, and it shows a picture, so the brush part is on the outside. And then it says glide the rotating iron straight down through the hair from roots towards tips without angling the cylinder, which is gonna be hard because I don't want to burn my face. So I'm just gonna kind of do it like this, and then I guess go from here down. And so that's not great. We need to do a little less hair. I just feel like it's not getting it as good as, it's hard to really clamp it in because it starts rotating instantly as soon as you close the brush. I don't feel like I got a good enough like clamp on it, so I'm just gonna maybe get the brush up, there we go, maybe, and then hold it tight and do it slow, and then start from here down. Okay, so that worked a little bit better. I feel like I still need to go over this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I don't feel like I'm getting like a good enough like grip on it, which is a very loose grip. Okay, but that gave a nice effect. Just took a few times running through. Just based on like my initial first impressions, I'm not loving this. They kind of make it seem like it's gonna be really quick and easy and all that, but my straightening brushes are just a little bit quicker. Not a little bit, they're a lot quicker and easier. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that right now. I feel like I think this is something I have to get used to. It's definitely gonna take a little bit of a learning curve, and if I keep using it, I will have to update probably. So I just did that little section as you just saw, and then I went ahead and incorporated like all of this hair that I already did together like that, and I do feel like it works a little bit better with more in there, like a little bit of a thicker more hair in there. I feel like it's going a little bit better, but I don't know if it's just because I've already straightened that, so it's kind of going over it. But I'm going to kind of do small sections and then kind of bigger sections. Popping in one more time just to show the time. It is, I don't know if you could see, but it's 10:41 right now. I already have this much done. As you can see, I don't really know how much that took me, but still have to do the rest of the other side, so we'll see how long that takes. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I'm popping back on. It is 11:02 right now. I don't know if you can see, it's 11:02. I actually had to stop filming here and switch over to my bathroom. Right here I still do have a few little kinks, and like it's not fully straight. I feel like obviously this side did a little bit better. It looks really nice. This side for some reason I just could not get, and I tried doing big chunks, big sections. I tried doing smaller sections, and it just wasn't really working for me. And I decided, you know what, it's been enough time. I'm gonna be done. We're gonna wrap up this review. Alright, so there are a few things. As you can see, there's hair, which is not unusual. Even my straightening brush does get hair pulled out into it. But I mentioned when I was doing my hair here on video that you're supposed to do it in littler sections, but then I felt like it worked a little bit better when I did it in the bigger sections. But one thing is, when you do it in the bigger sections, it does tend to get wrapped up in the barrel right here, and more of your hair probably will get pulled out than necessary than typically would, just because it's getting wrapped up right here. So I noticed I had a lot of hair around here and around the bottom of the barrel here, so that is like kind of a con of it. Now I do have a few more things to say and add to my review of this, but before I get into that aspect, I just want to answer really quickly if I think this is a gimmick or great. And right now at this moment I feel like it's definitely more gimmick than great, at least in the sense of straightening my hair. This is supposed to be able to, you could also do curls with it if you want. You can go from damp to dry. It's something that's supposed to also dry your hair. It says you can straighten, it says straightens, curls, add volumes and shine, no blow drying, no no frizz, no damage. So that's kind of like the pool, that it's like a all-in-one kind of device. So I think that's like the gimmick part of it. Now I got it specifically for the straightening. I have not tried it curling, so it might work well for curling, but I just, at the same time, I just feel like it's I don't imagine it doing well for curling. Now I am definitely not a hair person, so I'm just doing this wrong. I'm not being patient enough, but I feel like that speaks a lot about products, like hair products, coming from someone who isn't so much into hair. You know what I mean? Like, if a newbie or someone who isn't that great at hair can use a product and it's really great for them, I feel like that speaks volumes more than someone who, like, you know, is a professional at hair or does like really well at hair. You know what I mean? So if you are someone who's not like super great at hair, doesn't really do your hair all the time like I am, this will not be something you like. This might work for someone who is really good at hair and really used to styling tools that are kind of thick and bulky and things like that. But overall, I definitely think this is very gimmicky, especially for the price. It's a amount of money that I wish I hadn't spent, but I definitely, like, I really wanted to try it. It looks so amazing. The videos made it look amazing and really easy. Part of me felt like it probably wouldn't be as easy as my styling brush, but I was really just curious about it and thought it'd make for a fun video. So I mean, in that sense, I guess it was worth the money, but really not really, because I probably won't ever use this again. So for sure, it is a gimmick. It is a bit of a fail for me. As you can see, it didn't even really fully straighten my hair, and I was at it for more than 20 minutes because of the time I filmed in here as well as in my bathroom, and it didn't really do anything. So to continue on with my like review of it and why I felt like it didn't work for me, it's just that, like, okay, so because this is a you know, a mixture of the barrel and the brush right here, I feel like you cannot clamp it enough. Like, it just doesn't get a secure enough clamp onto your hair to really straighten it well, at least mine, because mine's pretty damaged, and this part obviously is pretty stubborn, whereas this I felt like straightened it decently well. I don't know why this side, it just was really stubborn. I went over this section so many times with thin amounts of hair, with thick amounts of hair. Anyways, so I don't feel like it gets a good enough clamp to really straighten my hair when I'm doing the less amount of hair in it, like it suggests. It's just not getting close enough to really straighten it and get enough heat and pressure against it to really straighten it, which is why I think when I used a thicker amount of hair in it, it worked a little bit better because then it really got a good, like I could feel a good grip on it. You know, it really gripped and then, you know, worked really, you know, really well. And that's why I feel like it worked a little bit better. But at the same time, with a thicker amount, you definitely need to go over it a lot more to really get it all the strands straight, if that makes sense. So I feel like it just didn't work for me either way with a thick amount of hair in there or thinner amount of hair, because it just wasn't close enough to really straighten it with the less amount, and it didn't work as well with a thick amount. So and like I said, so what I was gonna say is that, like, because it is a cylinder on one side and the brush on the other, I almost burnt my fingers because I wanted to just get like a more of a clamp, and I really wanted to like clamp it on like this and pull it down, if that makes sense. But you obviously, you can't do that. And it wouldn't be really silly to do that. I don't even know why, just because I felt that it needed more of a closure and I wasn't getting that. And so obviously you can't do that. So I don't think anybody else would be like dumb to do that like I am, but that's just something to know. Also, it's like, it is bulky and weird. So when I set up my table here, this is one of the reasons why I moved to my bathroom, because there's just like, I'm in this little tiny setup here at this little table next to me, and it's not like ideal for obviously doing my hair. So I needed to move into my bathroom where I had the bathroom counter and stuff I could set it down on, but I went to go set it down right here. It started to fall and I started to grab it. Oh, I'm just a dork. And actually burned my thumb just a little bit because I grabbed the barrel a little bit. So that was silly. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to my bathroom. Alright, so what else did I want to say about this? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, other cons about it is it is pretty bulky. I have really small hands. It may not look like it here, but I think proportionally for my body, I feel like my hands are like super small and tiny. So this just feels really bulky as well in my hand compared to my straightening brush, which has a normal brush handle, which is a lot smaller, and I could just kind of, you know, brush through, where this is pretty bulky, and to have to hold this amount of bulk and plus try to squeeze as much to get the pressure that I wanted, it was just a little bit bulky as well. It does have a sound. It has that rotating like motor sound. You guys heard it. And so that's a bit annoying. That's not like a big deal to me, but just something to notice. I don't know if everybody wants to hear that sound while they're getting ready. But yeah, yeah, those are some things. But I'm just looking at the box again and looking at the claims, and it says styles up to 5 times faster with less damage. I definitely don't feel like it styles 5 times faster. If anything, this is about the same amount of time or maybe more than a regular flat iron straightener. For me personally, that's one reason why I went to the brush, because the flat iron straighteners, while they get the job done really well, you definitely still have the section and it takes a lot more time. It would take me about 30 to maybe 40 minutes to straighten my hair with a flat iron, as opposed to 5, maybe 10 minutes with a straightening brush. So I feel like if anything, it's about the same or maybe more time. Definitely not faster than my straightening brush. If you're looking for a straightening product that's gonna you know, take less of your time and still do an efficient job, definitely look into straightening brushes. I did a couple videos on my channel using straightening brushes. One was a review from a straightening brush that I got from Amazon. I think I did the review like 2 or 3 years ago. I still use that brush. It was a very affordable brush, and I still use it. I think it's amazing. And then I have a video more recently that I posted. I actually filmed that video about 7 months ago, but I just recently posted it here on YouTube. It was for my Instagram account. I'll have both those videos linked. But anyways, that one is another straightening brush. It's a lot more expensive, and I mentioned it in that video that I don't think you necessarily need to spend like $250 on a straightening brush. There are a lot more affordable ones, like the first one I used and still use. I actually prefer the cheaper one a little bit better, to be honest. So you can get a cheaper, you know, brush, a straightening brush, and that gets the job done amazingly. I do have more, you know, thicker, wavy, somewhat curly hair. It is pretty damaged because I went from black to almost blonde, and now it's kind of getting towards my natural hair color now. But the bottom here is pretty damaged, but the straightening brushes work amazingly for me, and they don't take a lot of time. So I would recommend that over this for sure. And then if you are someone who curls your hair, I am not, because I have naturally curly hair. I don't even think this is worth it for someone who likes to curl their hair. I mean, I guess if you wanted, you know, a 2-in-1, this might be worth it for you. Again, that's just a different demographic than myself personally. I just wanted the straightening aspect. But if you didn't want to, you know, have a straightening, have to take, or if, like, say you're traveling or just whatever, want to condense your bathroom clutter, you can have 2-in-1. So I think in a sense that Gimmick makes it a little bit better if you know, wanted 2 items in one, where you can curl your hair as well as straighten your hair, and you could use the same item. That's a cool idea. You know, that's one of the draws to this thing. But again, it kind of depends, like, is your hair a little bit more fine? Is it not going to be stubborn? Will it straighten a little bit easier with this? With, you know, obviously mine didn't straighten as well as I would prefer. Definitely not as well as my straightening brush, like I said. So, you know, I don't know how well it will work for curls. So, you know, that's just a thought. Like, it depends on what you want, what your preference is. But again, me personally, it's just not for me. It's definitely more of a gimmick, not so great whatsoever. But anyways, I really think that that is it. I don't want to ramble too long. I thought this would be a really short video, but it's, as usual, I just chat. So I think that's all I had to say about it, and that's gonna wrap up my Gimmick or Great review for this. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes.